Huntsville, Alabama. I am so excited to come party with y'all Memorial Day weekend, May 26th, down to the Black Cigar Lounge. The first batch of 100 tickets have already sold, so we have ensured that the place is going to be packed, the music is going to be flowing, and the drinks are going to be pouring. Y'all do not want to miss Down to the Bar Huntsville, because we about to have a funky good time, baby. Miss Wanda is coming through with her spritz and her Mary J. Blige boost to help me host, and we are going to have a messy good time. Get your tickets now by going to Down to the Bar Huntsville.eventbrite.com, or you can go to my Instagram profile and click the link in my bio. See you there, Huntsville, Alabama. Y'all know last week I had to text Carlos King and tell him that me jumping back into Love and Marriage Huntsville for season 8, it really gives me the emotional feelings that I had season 1 and season 2. Did y'all get into this second episode and this Moses and Sunni T and that lying ass MF and trifling ass thirsty ass cousin KeKe? Wanna talk about it? Here you go. What about your friends? Are they gonna stand around? Listen, you can't trust your friends, you can't trust your producer, you can't trust your enemies, you can't trust your husband. Love and Marriage Huntsville don't taught you that you can't trust nobody. All right, so last episode kicked off with them doing Melody and Carlos doing a little Carlos King live situation, and he brings out Moses and Sunni, and we just gonna jump down into it. All right. I don't think that there's a human being alive. I don't think that there is a human being alive that would not feel uncomfortable about the situation that is Moses and Sunni. And I think that Sunni's defensiveness in this situation is a little off-putting. I think that the love and the marriage that she got from Moses should be enough to soothe her pain while she navigates these streets, all right? There's going to be about a year or a season worth of crow you're going to have to eat, Sunni, because the shit is just ugly. It's just ugly, and no matter how you slice it and dice it, and no matter how you and Moses try to explain this shit away, people just not going to want to hear it. It's sloppy and it's messy. Now, you and Moses, I'm going to tell you where y'all messed up at. You messed up when you got on that stage, started talking about dates. Last time I saw her was January 3rd. Then I got with this one January 9th, and then I got the phone number in July. The simple fact that y'all tried to paint this timetable is evidentiary of the fact that there was just some wrongdoing going on because y'all was trying too hard to explain the shit away. Okay, now, legally, did you do anything wrong? Absolutely not. Morally, did you do anything wrong? Probably not. Ethically, did you do something wrong? Absolutely. Lines were crossed. Lines were blurred. And Sunni, here's the funny thing. I'm not even beating you up because you married Moses. I'm beating you up about the defensiveness that you are exhibiting as a result of it. Sunni said it best when she met up with Tisha and Kimmi. She was in a lose-lose situation. And whenever, and this is life advice for all of y'all, whenever you are in a lose-lose situation, you might as well pick the option that's going to benefit you most because you're not going to win regardless. So you might as well pick the situation that benefits you most. And I'm going to tell you something. There is a part of me that actually applauds Sunni, and I'm going to tell you why. I don't think there's anything wrong in her thinking as it relates to this may be my husband. This may be my forever. This may be my baby daddy. This is who I may go on to build legacy with. And hopefully this marriage is all of those things. And if that's the case, and I'm going to be honest with you, if that is the case, then it is worth throwing that friendship in the garbage. If Moses turns out to be Sunni's forever and the collateral damage was destiny, then it was worth it. And I know some of y'all gonna get mad about it, especially the bitter baby mama crowd that was cheated on or betrayed by a girlfriend. But listen to me carefully. That relationship with Destiny can't do for her what that man could do for her. That relationship with Destiny can't make her feel the way that man make her feel. That relationship with Destiny can't keep her warm at night. That relationship with Destiny can't give her kids. That relationship with Destiny can't give her legacy. And if the cost of finding love was losing Destiny, then when you compare the two, it was worth it. It sounds ugly, and optically it looks bad. It looks horrible, but it is what it is. Sunni, I think that people could get over this more quickly if you were a little more humble about it, a little less defensive, and a little more transparent, because you told on yourself without telling on yourself. Luckily, and I love the fact that Kimmi created a soft, warm, inviting environment for you to be able to be a bit vulnerable and let your guards down. When you revealed that, you first rejected him or whatever the case may be because it was awkward, that means you knew. That means your moral compass was saying something ain't right with this. When you spoke of y'all were talking and you not being able to sleep easy at night or you wanting to call her, it shows that you do have a moral barometer, and that your moral barometer was telling you that this is how everybody is perceiving it right now. You see what I'm saying? But you were in a lose-lose because you found love and, you chose it. And don't apologize for it anymore, but stand up about it. And I think you need to honor Destiny's feelings. I honestly think more women, real talk, and just from what I know of Destiny and the few times that we've interacted and just from what I've observed on the show, she's a very rational, logical, and reasonable person. I honestly think that if you sat down with Destiny and all parties involved and been like, Destiny, I was in a lose-lose situation and I never wanted this. I know it's awkward, but I found love and I had a choice to make. And considering the fact that you guys were not together, I knew this was going to sting, but I had to take a chance at love. I think with time, Destiny and all parties involved could definitely agree and understand it. Because I'm not going to never tell nobody to forego the rest of their life and forego love over an association. You know what I'm saying? But, Sunni, you got to give it to us that optically this shit look fucked up, and you got to own it. You got to own it. And honestly and truthfully, Moses, I need you to tighten up your boots a little more, and I need you to kind of fill in the gap a little more for Sunni and eat a little more of this responsibility. Because if anybody truly had any loyalty to Destiny, it should have been you. It should have been you. Moses, at no point are we hearing you apologize. At no point are we hearing you say, yeah, I can see how the situation is messed up. You, along with Sunni, are just trying to explain it away and running away from what's clearly in our face and what's obvious. It's just not going to make this any better, and it's not going to make people co-sign and rock with y'all with this forbidden love. I'm just saying. Maurice and Marcel ride in the car. They talking, riding around and getting, and they decide to go to Martell's house. Martell's property that he's renovating. Martell is just one exhausting brother. He's just exhausting. He's exhausting. He's just exhausting. Like, that whole scene was hard to watch. And I try to put myself in his shoes, right? And all of us would be lying if we ever said somebody has done something to us to cause us pain or cause us stress, and we didn't want to get back at them, right? I think that's a normal human response. Martell was mad about going to jail. He's starting the story in the middle. The story starts with Melody having him arrested, no accountability for why you got arrested. Like, in order for the police to have arrested you, Martell, you had to do something that was a chargeable offense. But asking Martell to take accountability for his actions, that's just too much. It's never going to happen. We haven't seen it in 8 seasons. It's always somebody else's fault, or he always starts the story in the middle with what the person did to him. And that shit's just exhausting. Quiet as it's kept, I honestly wish Melody had all boys and they was all over the age of 16 so she could just send their ass to their daddy and not have to deal with his ass at all, because I know it's got to be hella stressful dealing with Martell. And as a matter of fact, really quickly before I get back to this Love and Marriage Huntsville, to the show at hand, I know Coleslaw got to be feeling like a special kind of fool, because I just saw on the internet the other day that Martell was posed up with another damn female and it ain't even her. I'm like, I'm sorry, Coleslaw. That bitch would have had to marry me. That bitch would have had to marry me. Coleslaw, you don't got drugged through the mud, stuck with a baby by a broke nigga, and you ain't getting nothing for it. Like, you ain't getting nothing for your pain other than a baby and a bad reputation. Baby, you got to be a special kind of fool. You a better woman than I ever be. He left you with a baby and a spoiled reputation. Girl, you can't say hello to anybody boyfriend in Huntsville without somebody wanting to dive on your ass. And he's still out here fool-la-la and tootsie rolling and being public with every other woman from Huntsville to Atlanta outside of you. Goddamn. Do Jesus. Nevertheless, Marceau and Maurice try to talk some sense into Martell, and he just don't want to hear it. He said when Melody went low, he going even lower. And it sucks. And Martell gave him some great advice. He said, even when you drop that atomic bomb, you end up being a bad guy. Now, here's what's funny. They're talking about that interview he did with Tasha K. When he did that interview, I looked at my phone one day. Martell was blowing my phone up. And I don't know why people do this. You call one time, and the person don't answer. He kept calling back. And just because I've studied Martell's patterns and the brief communications that we've had, I looked at my phone and I said, I didn't bother answering that because I was not finna allow him to use my platform as a tool to spray Melody. I knew that's all he wanted. That's the only time he ever come around and call. That's the only time he ever come around and call when he want a platform to spray Melody. And I was like, go somewhere else with it. I ain't got time. I was in the middle of doing some paperwork or something. And I just didn't even want to deal with this narcissistic ass because it's just pointless. Like, if there's going to be an absence of accountability, if there's going to be absence of a two-way conversation, then there's no interview for me and this person to have. Like, I'm not going to sit here. It's going to be a one-way conversation with you just spraying that lady. Regardless of how I feel about her from time to time, I'm going to be fair when it comes to my platform. But it still backfired. Like Martell said, there's just no amount of Melody did this. Melody cheated first. Melody was withholding sex. Melody was stealing money. Melody ran with this guy. Martell, you've got to understand that there's absolutely nothing you can do 8 seasons in to change people's perception of you. We have watched you drag this lady for 8 seasons. We have watched you completely destroy your household, your businesses, and everything y'all built because you wanted to play over there at KFC. We've watched it. Our minds are made up about you as far as the man you are. You can create a new, and you can create Martell 2.0, but as far as erasing the past and trying to drop T on Melody to overshadow what we already think about you and to override how we already feel about you, Papa, it's not happening. It's not happening. You need to count your losses and chuck the deuces and keep it moving because it's not happening. The people just don't see it for you. And unfortunately, we did kind of like Miss Marlene, but now they start not to see it for her Newport smoking ass. Her Michelob beer drinking ass. Y'all can tell Miss Marlene sit on that car porch and smoke them cigarettes and drink hot beer and keep up shit in the neighborhood and wait for the ice cream truck to come by so she get a pickle leg and a hot sauce shit while some perch frying in the bike. Quiet as it's kept. Them my type of people. When I get to Huntsville, child, I might need to go around Miss Marlene's house and invite Wanda around there and Stormi mama and KeKe mammy, and we just have an old nasty auntie grandma good time. That shit like that be up my alley. But nevertheless, Miss Marlene, we got our eye on you too because you upholding your son and his wrong. And before you is a mama and before you is anything else, you's a woman. And woman to woman, you ought to know how it feels. I don't fuck around and erase my notes. Oh. Stormi went around KeKe house. Stormi, I hope you had your husband hook up a whole tank full of holy water to your shower head and you washed off all them goddamn sins and lies off of you sitting up in KeKe. I wouldn't go around that lying-ass whole house and sit on that lying-ass whole sofa no more. I wouldn't want her booty air touching my booty on her. I wouldn't want to breathe the air that's circulating that lying-ass whole house. You can look at that old trifling-ass hussy and tell she goddamn lying. KeKe, you are a fucking liar. Your mammy is too old to be canoodling with the damn blogs. I'm a blogger by trade. Your mama doesn't even have enough weight for any blogger to take any information from your mama. Your mama doesn't have enough weight to bait our breath. We're not interested in talking to your mammy. Your mama is too far removed from the situation. Your mama is too far removed from the situation. KeKe, nobody is believing your lying ass. And I love the fact that Stormi, just like Kimmi, disarmed Sunni while they was at the Panera Bread. I love that Stormi disarmed KeKe enough for her to halfway tell the truth. She was like, you know, I did some wrong things. The details don't matter. Nah, bitch, the details do matter, bitch. The details, KeKe, the details do matter. And I'm finna break the fourth wall and read between the lines. When she went and met with Melody and tried to give Melody those same lies, and Melody was just telling her, you know, this was supposed to be an opportunity for you to sell your books, and, you know, we haven't seen none of that. It was giving very, when Shawnee told Brandy your services were no longer needed, it was giving very, Mel was like, you know, here's your pink slip. That's what it was giving. And if that turns out, or this turns out to be KeKe's last season filming on the show, then she fucking deserves it, okay? She deserves it because you were thirsty in the first place, all right? You were too damn thirsty in the first place. You were jealous of Tisha. I don't give a damn what nobody say. You wanted what your cousin had, which was being on that TV show. You wanted to be on this show by any means necessary, that you couldn't get in through a front door, so you went in through a window, which was Melody. And I don't give a good goddamn what anybody say, and I don't give a fuck how long KeKe and Melody have known each other. I don't give two fucks that they may have had a prior relationship. It was wrong as hell the way KeKe slithered her ass onto this damn show. It was wrong. You knew your cousin and Melody was having beef, and you was chummy with Melody, using Tisha as leverage and Tisha's business as leverage to slither your ass on this goddamn show. And then when you got on this show like the snake you are, you slithered around and slithered around and slithered around, and now you done slithered your ass up off the damn show, running your goddamn mouth. You can feel the dishonesty whenever KeKe comes on the screen. You can feel the untrustworthiness every time she opens her mouth. You can feel that jealous ass, conniving ass spirit every time she walks across the screen. And you can tell she lying because she used too many words. Anybody who takes 17 minutes to apologize for what the fuck they did is lying. You can see her wheels churning in her head while she lying. And I gotta eat it. And my mom. Your mom ought to come around your house and beat your ass and bam on your door and bust out your windows. So here's what we need your mammy to do. Since your mammy already been thrown up under the bus, she already been sprayed, she already been made to be the bad guy, and she done went to the blogs, we need her to take her ass back. Miss KeKe Mama, email me at funky.neva@funky.neva.com. I'll talk to you. I'll bring you on and talk about it. Since your mama the one spilling the damn tea, tell your mama to come back to the blogs and defend herself. You lying on your mama, and that's how you know goddamn good. You just ain't shit bitch. You lying on your mama. Who does that? Who does that? I'm going to back up off you, Kiki. Hopefully we ain't got to see too much of Kiki on our screens much longer, because I just can't take it. You know, you can tell Kiki's in deep water, because I like what Mel said to her. She said, you know, basically this is how I feed my kids. And when you put this show in jeopardy, I can't mess with you no more. And honestly and truthfully, Mel, that's what your ass get. That's what you get too. Listen, what she did to Tisha, and the fact that Melody, you gave her a platform to do it. You knew what your intentions were when you brought KeKe on that damn screen. You knew, Melody, you brought KeKe on this show as a weapon. You did. She wasn't on the show before that. She wasn't on the show when it started. When we were introduced to KeKe, KeKe came on this show supporting the whole Marceau cheating on Tisha thing. That's how we met her. That's what you used her for. You weaponized that girl cousin against her. And it don't mess around and backfired on you a little bit. Now, luckily for you, it didn't backfire on you to the magnitude in which it backfired on KeKe. But this what your ass get to. If the bitch wasn't loyal to her own goddamn family, what the hell make you think she gonna be loyal to you? You ain't no victim in this situation. You got what you deserve by playing dirty to it. What Nene Leakes said, you can't win when you play dirty. But I do respect the fact that Mel did not leave the relationship open-ended. She didn't blow no spoke up Kiki ass. She told her in a very grown-up and mature way, I can't fuck with you. She said, you cool? She said, you cool? You know, I don't wish no ill will against you. I could be cordial with you, but I just can't have you in my inner circle. And Mel, kudos to you. Kudos to you. And see, KeKe, here's another lesson. She used you up until she couldn't use you no more. She ain't got no purpose for you no more. She used you up until she couldn't use you no more. And when she was done with you, she discarded you. You could never win when you play dirty, baby. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. Y'all be sure to tune in to Love and Marriage Huntsville every Friday, every Saturday, at whatever time it comes on. And if you are new here, be sure to like and subscribe. And I see a lot of y'all talking about y'all not getting the notifications when I do the phone calls. You got to click that little bell button so whenever I post a video and or go live, it'll pop up and give you a notification. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all wide bike holes later. Bye.